Rant summer is here. Head on over to AJsRANTroom.com. We got all of your summer needs covered. From bathing suits to swim trunks, flip-flops and tote bags, towels, tanks, and muscle shirts. Oh, and you can't forget about the visors and the hats. It's lit. So head on over to AJsRANTroom.com and get your summer poppin'. You won't be disappointed. It's always lit over at AJsRANTroom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. And introducing our first shoe line, Aloysius Germain. So get on over to AJsRANTroom.com today and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed.
Oh, beloved gravy. What's good, everybody? It's been a very tight morning. That's why we had to push back our start to 12:30. Had to finish making some content, which I got most of it done, and then as I'm making that, life, of course, life's. And here's the third one. So there you have it. Hulk Hogan has gone to glory. Happened not too long ago this morning. Medics were dispatched to WWE Icon's Clearwater home early Thursday morning, with operators stating it was regarding a, quote, cardiac arrest. We're told a slew of police cars and EMTs were parked outside of Hogan's home, and he was carried on a stretcher into an ambulance. Cops tell us officials responded to the call at about 9:51 a.m., and Hogan was treated by Clearwater Fire and Rescue personnel before being taken to a nearby hospital. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. Police will provide additional details at a press conference later today. Just a few weeks ago, Hogan's wife, Sky, whom he married in September 2023, denied rumors he was in a coma, stating his heart was strong as he recovered from surgeries. We broke the story last month. There were rumblings Hogan was on his deathbed, but we were told at the time he was just dealing with the symptoms of a neck procedure he underwent in May. Hulk transformed professional wrestling into a family entertainment sport. Before Hulk, wrestling catered to a fairly narrow audience. Hulk's theatrics in the ring were magnetic for children and their parents, and it supercharged the sport. Hogan kickstarted a pop culture phenomenon with Hulkamania after defeating the Iron Sheik. I'm not a wrestling person, for the World Heavyweight Championship in 1984. A craze that never went away, and his signature bandana and handlebar mustache were often copied by fans and crowds for decades. In 1996, Hulk transformed himself from hero to villain. He created the NWO, the New World Order, and became Hollywood Hulk Hogan. It propelled him and professional wrestling to even more fame. Hogan had countless iconic performances, including matchup against Dwayne The Rock Johnson at WrestleMania 8 in 2002, and a face-off with Andre the Giant at WM3, and had memorable feuds with Ultimate Warrior and Randy Savage. Hulk was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2005. He was removed in 2015 after a scandal erupted over racist comments while he was being secretly recorded during a sexual encounter. Gawker posted the clip, and Hulk subsequently sued, winning the lawsuit. Hulk was inducted for a second time in 2020, this time as a member of NWO. WWE released a statement on Hogan's death saying, quote, one of pop culture's most recognized figures, Hogan helped WWE achieve global recognition in the 1980s. The WWE extends condolences to the Hogan family, friends, and fans. Hulk was the star of the 2024 Republican National Convention when he set the room ablaze with theatrics. Hulk had an amazingly successful movie career beginning in 1982 with Rocky III, playing the iconic character Thunder Lips. Interesting. He also starred in No Holds Barred, Suburban Commando, and Mr. Nanny. And there's more. Hogan starred in his own VH1 reality show called Hogan Knows Beth with his family, Linda, Nick, and Brooke. What's amazing about Hulk? He had scores of surgery as a result of wrestling injuries. He told Harvey during a taping of Objectified he had no original body parts left. The last time we spoke with Hulk in May, as he launched the Real American Freestyle and Amateur Wrestling League, the first event is August 30th on Fox Nation. Oh, this has just been a week. For Gen X and older millennials, it's been a crazy one. Rest in peace. Again, this goes back to what I've been saying when Malcolm Jamal passed, when Ozzy passed. Stop playing safe and stop procrastinating, because you don't know how much time you got left. You may think you're gonna live 100 years, but yeah, even if you do, you're gonna wait till you're 95. So now I'm no wrestling fan, and I'm pretty sure Prince is somewhere on the floor right now, so that's why he hasn't responded to any messages at this point. But it's been a rough month for Gen X and for older millennials, and so rest in peace to the Hulk. And then also, I was going to share this, as just to expand on my Ozzy Osbourne tribute from yesterday, and this popped up on my X feed, and I just thought this was a really beautiful moment. And so yeah, it's been a week. It's been a week. Can everybody else just stay alive for the rest of the year? Like, nobody else die. Like, we're good. We've had our fill. We've had our fill. I don't care what generation. We've just had our fill. Um yes, Tina too, because I know her and Prince, that's their thing. Anyway, wait, hold on. What am I doing? So we're scrambling here today. So this is probably gonna be one of the most ghetto shows. No prep. I mean, I had preparation, but not enough, and a lot. A lots. When you a one man band. But anyway, hold on. Let's skedaddle over to our favorite president, who hopefully can remain that way. So let's talk about it. Is Trump in the Epstein files? And if so, in what capacity is he in the Epstein files? Democrats rip into Trump After WSJ Wall Street Journal reports, he was told he was in the Epstein files. Democrats are continuing their attacks on President Trump after the Wall Street Journal published a new story about the Trump administration's handling of the investigation into convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The Wall Street Journal reported on Wednesday that Attorney General Pam Bondi briefed Trump in May that his name appears multiple times in files related to the federal investigation into Epstein, including instances of hearsay about Trump previously socializing with Epstein, who died by suicide in jail in 2019. Trump has not been accused of any legal wrongdoing in connection to Epstein. Politico has not independently verified the contents of the Epstein investigation documents. In a statement to Politico, Bondi and Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche confirmed that Trump was briefed about the department's review of the materials related to the Epstein investigation. DOJ spokesperson Gates McGavick labeled the journal story a collection, quote, a collection of falsehoods and innuendo designed to push a bullshit narrative and drive clicks. White House spokesperson Stephen Chung called report, quote, a continuance of the fake news stories, while Trump distanced himself from Epstein several years ago. Democrats on Wednesday piled on, continuing their strategy of elevating Trump's previous relationship to Epstein and Republicans' turmoil over how to respond to this investigation. Some suggested that the Justice Department, which in early July issued a memo concluding that there was no evidence that the disgraced financier, he really a whatever, was killed in his jail cell or kept an incriminating, quote, client list. May have decided not to release the documents to cover Trump's ties to Epstein. Okay, look, we don't have to read the rest of this dumb shit. Okay. I'm going to say this again. If Donald Trump was in fact in these files, why did Democrats go through all of the stuff that they went through to try to prevent this man from being reelected? If y'all had the smoking gun the whole time, Biden had access to these files. Y'all looked under all of these stones, trying to find a crime, trying to find an issue, trying to find a lawsuit, trying to find something to defame this man. And you mean to tell me y'all may have had this and didn't say anything? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And this is why I say a lot of the media is basically an extension of the Democrat Party. You don't release this shit unless you have hardcore facts. What I read was a bunch of bullshit. That's it. And I still don't care about the Epstein files because you don't care. You don't give a damn about victims. I'm going to say this till I'm purple in the face. You don't give a damn about victims. You don't give a damn about perpetrators. You don't give a damn about people facing justice. You just want to try to pin Trump on something. This has nothing to do with right and wrong, because if it had anything to do with right and wrong, guess what? This nigga would have been hemmed up years ago. Y'all would have hemmed his ass up years ago, and we wouldn't be talking about this motherfucker right now. But even when he got hemmed up the first time, he basically was still a free man. He was a prisoner with a lot of privileges. He could come and go. He didn't have to lock his cell. He could dress in street clothes when he was, quote unquote, doing his community work or whatever the fuck they call it, work release or whatever they call. He could get on airplanes. He could still travel. I mean, what are we talking about? And you want to convince us that this man was not some sort of operative? He was not in. And please stop. Please stop. You don't care. If you cared, you would have taken care of this before it became a political pawn. This is what you're hanging your hat on, Democrats. You're going to hang your hat on the Epstein list. This is what you're hanging your hat on. You can't hang your hat on the economy. You can't hang your hat on the border. You can't hang your hat on gas prices. You can't hang your hat on inflation. And I love how people talk about, because this fat black woman came into my live yesterday trying to taunt me about inflation. Bitch, we prepared for that. Unlike Biden, we prepared for it, right? All right. So yeah, it ticked up. It didn't blast up the way it did with Biden. Not the same. But again, it's another conversation that's so disingenuous. This is why I'm so bored talking to these people. And I'd rather just sit here and talk to myself. Because at this point, talking to you people is about as useful as they said in Kill Bill 2 as an asshole right here. So you're telling me you're about as useful as an asshole right here? So what are we doing? What's the point of me continuing to try to have debates with you people? You know. Anyway, if he was on the list, we would have known. We already knew he was on the flight logs. But if he was on the list in an incriminating way, we would have known. But then y'all put this bullshit piece out. This is bullshit. This is all bullshit. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. This is bullshit. And then these monkeys want Pam Bondi to come testify before Congress. Go ahead, testify. The one thing Pam Bondi better not do, she better not plead the fifth. You better not plead the fifth. You better tell them everything you know. And in what capacity? Ah! Oh, they say jokes are funny when they're rooted in truth, because baby, it's hard. It's hard out here for AJ. Anyway, come back when y'all got some real proof. Come back when you can really seal the deal. Come back when you have the smoking gun. Oh, is she testifying today? Well, okay, if she's testifying today, cool. Bring her in. I don't care at this point. You know, like if we're not gonna really move the needle on this, then stop. Just shut the hell up about it. Y'all let Democrats make this a story. And then you have some of these people in Trump's base who are just so stupid. Well, you know, I mean, all this other stuff, you know, Tulsi Gabbard doing all this work over here. All you see in the comments, well, we want the Epstein file. Well, we want the Epstein file. So your brown tooth, one tooth ass gets the Epstein files, and then what you gonna do? Chew more tobacco? What you gonna do? What you gonna do with the list? Again, you don't care either. I ain't gonna get the Epstein list. So yeah, bring Pam Bondi up there. Bring her up there, and if Ghislaine is talking, I guess I'll be talking about this stuff tomorrow. Oh God. Anyway, I'm Epsteined out. What's next? Oh yeah, so we didn't talk about this story at all as it was unfolding, but the monkey in Idaho who finally, oh wait, what did I press? I pressed the wrong button. Hold, close. All right, cool. The monkey in Idaho was sentenced to life in prison. Y'all can say his name. I'm not. Monkey speaks just 3 words when given chance to explain why he killed 4 Idaho college students. Monkey declines to explain motive behind quadruple murder that shocked the nation, which is also messed up. Is, you know, they don't know where the weapon is. What did you do with the weapon? They'll never know. You know, unless he decides, you know, his arrogant ass decides that he wants to do so. I fully believe. I fully believe that he pled guilty to protect his parents because he knew that his parents were going to get up there and get cross-examined, and some stuff was going to be exposed. Anyway, Killer Monkey spoke just 3 words in court on Wednesday when he was given a chance to explain why he killed 4 University of Idaho students in November 2022. I respectfully decline, Monkey said, partially standing up. He couldn't even stand all the way up. Like, really? Excuse me. The 30-year-old was sentenced to 4 consecutive life terms without parole for the murders, plus 10 years for burglary and a $290,000 and 290 $290,000 in financial penalties to the victims' families. The more we struggle to seek explanation for the unexplainable, the more power and control we give to him, Judge Steve Hippler said. In my view, the time has now come to end Monkey's 15 minutes of fame. Look at this piece of shit. Could you imagine? You just starting out your life. You just starting out your life. You having fun. Y'all sleeping. And somebody breaks in and goes ham. And then we're going to watch a couple of the victim impact statements, some of them in a moment. You're the one who's spared? No. You're the one who's spared. Wow. He also did this to avoid getting fried. In addition to his parents, he also avoided this probably to escape the death penalty. And um um Kaylee Goncalves' father was pissed when he decided to plead guilty because he wanted this mofo to fry, and I don't blame him. But he didn't wild out yesterday during the victim impact statement. He didn't wild out. Earlier this month, Monkey pled guilty to the November 13th, 2022 murders of Madison Mogen, 21, Kaylee Goncalves, 21, Zana, sorry, Kernold, sorry, I'm terrible with names. Rest in peace, respect to you, 20 years old, and Ethan Chapin, 20 years old. He admitted to sneaking into the student's off-campus house in the early morning hours and killing friends. Prosecutors said the monkey killed Mogen and Goncalves in an upstairs bedroom before killing Kernold on the main floor, then attacked Chapin, who was asleep in a bedroom. During a news press conference Wednesday following the monkey's sentencing, White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said that if it were up to President Trump, he would have forced this monster to explain himself. Fact. Because even though you're getting justice in a sense, I mean, I don't ever want to know what this feels like. I don't ever want to know from no perspective, as a father, as an uncle, as a friend. I don't ever want to know this. I don't ever, So, but to not know why you did something and to not know what did you do with the weapon, what the hell were you thinking, and for you to utter 3 words, that's pretty fucking psychotic. And I hope your time in jail is hell. I mean, like, beyond hell. Like, I want Bubba to have his way every day in jail. Quote, "We are so sorry for the grief and the pain that you have experienced at the hands of such a vicious and evil killer. Our nation grieves with you, and we will never forget the precious souls who were lost in this horrific act of evil," she said. If it were up to the president, he would have forced this monster to publicly explain why he chose to steal these innocent souls. May God bless everyone affected by this unimaginable tragedy, especially the parents who lost their children. Before the sentencing, Prosecutors ask Boise judge to extend the order barring the monkey from contacting victim families for an additional 99 years. Mm-mm-mm. All right. I don't care. Like, there's very few people I like. Animals like this, you can get fucked. Like, I don't care. I don't care what happens to you. I don't care how it happens to you. I don't care why it happens. And then the fact that you get to live off the state of Idaho for the rest of your life. Mm. Welcoming. Welcome to your breakfast time rant. So here's this is Stephen, who is Kaylee Goncalves' father. This is some of his victim impact statement.
Today, we are here to finish what you started. Today, you've lost control. Today, we are here to prove to the world that you picked the wrong families. The wrong state, the wrong police officers, the wrong community. You tried to break our community apart. You tried to plant fear. You tried to divide us. You failed. Instead, your actions have united everyone in their disgust for you. I just learned from these lead investigators, to their shock, they worked in an investigation and actually worked with Pennsylvania police officers and the federal FBI. You united everyone. Everyone was united after you. None of us are divided. We are united in our disgust and our love for these children.
Yeah. Respect to that man for keeping his composure, because he was the most vocal of all of the parents. He was the most vocal one, and he was the most pissed when this monkey decided to plead guilty. He wanted this man to fry. I think most of the country wanted this man to. Did I say man? Monkey wanted this monkey to fry. No fucking man. The disrespect. Another moment that I watched actually as it was unfolding that just like took me out is just as could you imagine being the survivor of this? Like he killed everybody but two people in that house, and you're one of the two people whose life was spared. I talk about the level of survivor's guilt, because I believe one of them looked out and she saw the shadowy figure run, and she was able to describe his bushy eyebrows. So she was literally moments from possibly losing her life herself. But this is Dylan Mortensen.
What happened that night changed everything. Because of him, four beautiful, genuine, compassionate people were taken from this world for no reason. He didn't just take their lives. He took the light they carried it into every room. He took away how they made everyone feel safe, loved, and full of joy. He took away the ability for me to tell him that I love him and that I'm so proud of them. He took away who they were becoming.
Yeah, I just want to point this out. Yes. Also that. Also that. You survived this horrific thing that just happened in your vicinity. And then you have people speculating that you may have been in on it. Bro, I'm just going to school. For real?
And the futures they were going to have. He took away birthdays, graduations, celebrations, and all the memories that we were supposed to make. All of it is gone. And all the people who loved them are just left to carry that weight forever. He didn't just take them from the world. He took them from me, my friends, my people who felt like my home.
Jesus.
The people I looked up to and adored more than anyone. He took away my ability to trust the world around me. What he did shattered me in places I didn't know could break.
Wow.
I was barely 19 when he did this. We had just celebrated my birthday at the end of September. I should have been figuring out who I was. I should have been having the college experience and starting to establish my future. Instead, I was forced to learn how to survive the unimaginable.
Jesus.
I couldn't be alone. I had to sleep in my mom's bed because I was too terrified to close my eyes. Terrified that if I blinked, someone might be there. I made escape plans everywhere I went. If something happens, how do I get out?
Jesus.
What can I use to defend myself? Who can help? And then there are the panic attacks. The kind that slam into me like a tsunami out of nowhere. I can't breathe.
Jesus.
I can't think. I can't stop shaking. All I can do is scream because the emotional pain and the grief is too much to handle. My chest feels like it's caving in. Sometimes I drop to the floor with my heart racing, convinced something is very wrong. It's far beyond anxiety. It's my body reliving everything over and over again. My nervous system never got the message that it is over.
Jesus.
And it won't let me forget what he did to them. People call me strong. They say I'm a survivor. Reality looks like. They don't see the panic attacks, the hypervigilance, the exhaustion, the way I scan every room I enter, the way I flinch at sudden sounds. They don't know how heavy it is to carry so much pain and still be expected to keep going, and that's because of him.
Wow. I mean, even through like everything, she just the way she articulated her life and her thought process. Could you imagine 19 years virtually living, probably in a bubble? Everything's not perfect, but life is good. And then out of nowhere, you meet this animal just voids all of that. That's a lot for a teenager to take on. That's a lot. There was a third video, but I don't have it. But it was Kaylee's sister, and she read him the riot act. If you haven't seen it, I'll find the link and put it in the description of this video. But she was in his face. She was like, she made him sit up, and then he's sitting, that monkey is sitting there like this is a picnic or something, or like this is a day to chill, or like No remorse, no empathy, no regret, just nothing. That is the literal definition of evil. You are evil. You forget that there are really people that demonic and psychotic in this world, who have no regard for human life, no regard for people and who they're attached to. They just run around causing havoc and destroying things. You see it lightly on like, many of us TikTok people. We see it lightly in that world where you're trying to destroy people's lives, and but on this level, it's that's a whole nother thing. And the fact that you'll never have to say why, I think that probably grieves them more than the fact that they know that you're locked away and you're never going to be able to do this again. But that probably hurts more. The fact that somebody didn't care about their loved one's life, disregarded it, and took it, and it's just sitting there like the animal he is. Once again, I pray that these families heal as best you can from something like this, and I hope that this animal has the rest of the shitty life he deserves. Yes. It just takes a couple of seconds to undo so much. Literally, it just takes a couple of seconds to literally destroy the security and just a way of life that you once knew. It just takes a couple of seconds, and just a really disgusting human being sometimes, usually, to disregard your existence in that way. So yes, prayers to the families, prayers for the victims, and may this piece of shit rest in hell for all eternity. Hopefully sooner than later. We'll be right back. Alrighty. Let's strike that. So let's get to the main attraction, if you will, sort of ish. Hey, you need some huggies? Anybody need some huggies? 360s. So Candace Owens, she has found herself embroiled in a very bitter lawsuit with the president and the first quote lady of France. I'm gonna be nice because I can't afford to fight no lawsuits. Yeah. Anyway, French president sues Candace Owens over claims his wife is a man. And this is going to be very interesting. French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte filed a 22-count defamation lawsuit in the United States against right-wing podcaster Candace Owens Wednesday over the claim that Brigitte could be a man. I think she pretty much proved it in her docuseries, but whatever. The lawsuit filed in Delaware Superior Court alleges Owens had a broadcast, quote, a relentless year-long campaign of defamation against the Macrons, according to a statement from Tom Clare, the Macron's attorney. In March, Conservative commentator Candace Owens received an absurd conspiracy theory with a YouTube video titled, "Is France's First Lady a Man?" According to the complaint. Promoted widely on X, Owens said the conspiracy theory was, quote, likely the biggest scandal in political history. Since then, Owens has produced numerous videos about Brigitte Macron for her nearly 4.5 million YouTube subscribers, including a multi-part series called Becoming Brigitte. The lawsuit claims she has also sold merchandise promoting the claim. Actually, the shirt sold out. She had to restock. That's how good the sales were. The Macron's attorney, Tom Clare, told CNN Wednesday that they had asked Owens to stop making the claim for about a year and filed the lawsuit as a, quote, last resort after she refused. Complaints allege Owens was the first person to bring these baseless claims to the U.S. media and an international audience. The couple are suing for punitive damages and allege that they have suffered, quote, substantial economic, oh, please, really, including loss of future business opportunities. I mean, why would you lose business opportunities over something that's not true? It's just an alley. I mean, famous people are accused of things all the time that they aren't or that they don't do. So why are you pressed? Why are you this pressed about this allegation? Like, what business? Discovery is going to be fun, like Candace said. On Instagram, Owens posted a screenshot Wednesday of an article referencing the Macron's lawsuit and a picture of the couple with the caption, "I will be coming for this wig today." Stay tuned. She later posted on YouTube saying the lawsuit was an obvious, desperate public relations strategy. Separately, Brigitte Macron sued two French women for spreading similar claims in 2022. After winning the initial case this year, the women won an appeal, and the lawsuit will go to a higher court. No, please, why are you going through anyway? Go ahead, let me just finish. According to this statement, these retraction demands to Owens were accompanied by, quote, incontrovertible evidence disproving her allegations and proving, amongst other things, that Mrs. Macron was born a woman named Brigitte, French name, that she is not a blood relative of President Macron, and that the Macrons are not controlled or blackmailed by unknown forces linked by a CIA program. Quote, Owens has used false statements to promote her independent platform, gain notoriety, and make money, the official statement said. The claims caused tremendous damage to the Macrons, the complaint added. Every time the Macrons leave their home, they do so knowing that countless people have heard and many believe these vile fabrications. It is invasive, dehumanizing, and deeply unjust, the complaints continued. Listen, if you're not a man, then you're not a man. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, if you're not a dude, you're not a dude. And if Candace Owens wants to make it, listen, I'll let Candace say it in her own words, but I don't understand going to this extent for something that's, if it's defaming you, um, and you know that you're gonna have to prove a lot of things, especially, and you know, Candace don't have no simp lawyers, so you have a lot of stuff you have to put on the table to prove defamation, a lot. So the fact that she proved that there's no record of the first 30 years of this person's life, where's the record? You know, I think you'll find a picture of Michelle Obama pregnant before you find the first 30 years of this person's life, but allegedly. I'm Yeah, go ahead, Candace.
And so it's going to be incumbent upon us, the people, to come together with the facts, to do these series, to continue to create a quote unquote frenzied response. My frenzied fans, yeah, my fans get pretty frenzied on the topic of pedophilia, Brigitte. You're right. On the topic of grooming, all the things that we learned throughout your series of what the people around you were up to, we can get more than frenzied, actually. So if you think throwing in that's a scary thing, calling us frenzied, oh, I don't want to be considered frenzied. I want to be considered polite. I look the other way when someone's grooming a child. Get out of my face. Literally, get out of my face. I'm not the one to mush. You can mush.
Yeah. That was the other thing. So yeah, it is also in her deep dive, into this pedophilic ring as well, and how the president of France was part of this whole thing of kids who were groomed, and yeah.
Mush your husband, but don't mush me. Okay? Really sick of this. I'm getting really sick of Brigitte Macron and the BS here that has just been flying everywhere from France to America, protecting what I view to be a sadistic syndicate. I said what I meant. And I want to be also clear, I think you're a man. Ooh. I think it's beyond obvious that we're born a man.
Damn. You want to talk about double down? If double down was a statement, we just heard it, ladies and gentlemen.
You may want to split hairs about, well, I'm really a woman. I feel on the inside. No, I'm a woman. An insulting wig that you're wearing. It's ridiculous. It's like you're laughing at us. Okay?
That's her, ladies and gentlemen. That's her. Hold on, let me. That's homegirl. And quote.
You can try to split hairs in how you feel and how you've always felt like a woman. What I'm saying is that you were born a man and you will die a man.
Damn. You were born with a prostate, you're going to die with a prostate. Damn, you were born a man, you're going to die a man. That's a triple down right there. Like, she doubled down with the first part of the statement, and then she just tripled down on it right there. Now, I don't agree with everything Candace says and does. I think the last time we talked about her, we were talking about, was it Iran? Something like that. And I was totally not on her side on that, which that's fine. We should be able to disagree and without being crazy and blocking people and acting like straight up dingbats. But anyway, on this one, I didn't watch the Becoming Brigitte docu-series. I just watched a few of the episodes of the show where she was talking about it, but I didn't actually go watch the series. So I may actually add this to my list of stuff to watch, because now I'm in. Now that you filed this lawsuit, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued because I don't think, for all of her kook, when Candace dials in on something like this, and then, the average person, if they get sued by a president of a country and his wife, they probably will back down pretty rather easy. In this case, sure. Where's the wig part? I don't even know where did it just happen?
Insulting wig that you're wearing.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it's beyond obvious that you're born a man. You may want to split hairs about, well, I'm really a woman. I feel on the inside. No, I'm a woman. An insulting wig that you're wearing. It's ridiculous. It's like you're laughing at us. Okay?
I missed that. It's like you're laughing at us. How does the wig? How does the wig sound like it? I love it. I love it. I love it. Only an artist could come up with something like that.
Okay. You can try to split hairs in how you feel and how you've always felt like a woman. What I'm saying is that you were born a man and you will die a man.
Woo. I mean, that's that mommy finger right there. Candace ain't backing down.
That's the point I'm making. So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood. Figure it out real quick, however you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up, raising your children? That would be fine. For whatever reason, Tafone, by the way, on Father's Day, Tafone being her oldest daughter that normally defends her, but has been suspiciously quiet since her office got raided. I'll tell you about that another time.
Wow.
Tafone on Father's Day posted photos of her growing up with her dad.
Jesus.
Why is nobody just posting those photos of the first lady raising her kids? Why doesn't Tafone ever post photos when it comes to the person that is sitting in the Élysée Palace? Her quote unquote mom. Wouldn't that be such an easy way to spell the rumors? You can post pictures of your dad, but you can't post pictures of your mom?
Facts.
It's not making sense. The math is not mathing, Brigitte. The math is not mathing. Like I said, we'll get to the bottom of it. Right, that is what discovery is for.
Yeah.
Ask a lot of questions.
A lot of questions.
You're probably hoping, this will go away, and at least we'll say we sued her. We'll say we went after her. She'll probably file for this to get dismissed. I'd like to make it to discovery.
Jesus.
I think that we owe that to the world.
Now, do you think they're that dumb to get that far? Because literally you will have to prove that you're a woman. And there's no blood test you could take that will tell us otherwise. So, to quote India Ari, the truth, it needs no proof. Either it is or it isn't. But they've managed to convince us that hold on, it's coming. This is a woman. This is a woman that's had children. Allegedly. But like Michelle Obama, we've never seen a picture of her pregnant. But unlike Michelle, we've never seen this person as a child, as a little girl. You're the first lady of a country. Where are your childhood pictures? Did you not think that people with facial feminization, there's no amount of wigs, there's no amount of makeup tricks. There's just certain things you will always have if you were born a dude. That's it. You can get all the face work. Your hands still going to be your hands. You can have all the face work you want. Your prostate still going to be there. You can get all the stuff mutilated and chopped up. You get airbags put in your chest. When they dig you up in 100 years, they will say, here lies a man. Now, allegedly for this person, I'm not saying that this person is a man because I ain't got no money to defend no lawsuit. But if the world has been convinced that this is a biological woman, then so be it. Long live the queen. Do I think that this woman is dumb enough to take this to the discovery process? No. I think they did this to try to scare Candace. And I think that they thought that she would back down easily. Clearly, they never met Candace. Candace wants the DNA test. Candace wants the blood work. Candace want to know what them chromosomes are doing. Yes, Inked. Yes. That's what Candace want to know. We could disregard this all within a few seconds. Remember when Sierra first came out and people were saying she was a man? I mean, how did she dispel that? She started having babies. Men cannot get pregnant. So that's done. I will definitely keep you posted on this. And actually I'll also add the link to this episode of Candace on in the description, and I'll also add a link to the Becoming Brigitte. I'll also add that to the description. And maybe if you haven't watched it, we can watch it together. Okay. All right. Well, I was gonna we're good. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate y'all. I will maybe not be maybe not be live on TikTok today. I don't know. That's annoying for me right now. But I will be on Real Time with Prince Blue tonight, reacting to some stuff. And if he ever gets up off the floor after finding out Hulk Hogan died, we'll see. But I'm gonna be on the show with him tonight. Also, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Share, comment, subscribe, like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, we're not monetized yet. You can go to AJsRANTroom.com and grab some merch there. That's how you can support the channel. And I think that's all I have for you right now. Is that all? Yep, that's all. Appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.